Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Ariana, also known as Black Sheep Meat. I have gone through a name change where I used to be Wear Black Sheep Meat, but I have since narrowed it down a little bit, so you will now see a lot of my stuff labeled more as Black Sheep Meat. I used to be here on YouTube a lot more often, and I was on for quite a while until I decided to transfer over to Twitch, and that's basically where I've been for about the last 3 years at this point. I've absolutely enjoyed my time over there. I found the makers and crafting community, and I've built up such an amazing community over there. I've had so much fun just doing what I love to do and hanging out with friends that I continue to make on a daily basis. So I decided that, since my YouTube is still kind of chilling over here, I figured I'd give it another good go and see if I can find the love that I once did making video content, which is definitely quite different from live streaming. So we'll see if I can find that love again, but I'm kind of excited. Like, I've kind of had like a nagging feeling to kind of put more of my eggs in more baskets these days, because you just never know, right? So I figure I might as well utilize what I have worked on and not let some of this stuff that I built up go to waste. I think this would be great too, to kind of keep me on track and a little motivated to work on a lot of the projects that I do have, because as much as I hate to say that I have a long list of whips, which is works in progress, I'm not completely overwhelmed or anything. I love that I have so much stuff going on because it does kind of motivate me when I'm working on something that I'm in the mood to work on. But I think this will be a little more fun as far as picking up maybe some things I haven't touched in a while, or maybe bringing a little more spark, as in like, oh, I'd love to share some progress this week on my YouTube video, so let me pick up this project and get a few more stitches in, or a few more inches on such and such. So I really want to utilize this for many reasons. So that's where I've been. You can definitely still find me over on Twitch. I'm not leaving Twitch whatsoever, but I will probably be using this channel a little bit more than I have in the last 3 years. I know I've kind of touched base in here a little bit with multi-streaming and maybe uploading from my Twitch, and that didn't really have too much traction, so I figured I would keep it basic to what I was doing, and keeping it with the crafts, keeping it with all the crafts and all the updates. That is my dog, Ona. She just turned 10, and she is in heat right now. She knows I'm talking about her. She's usually in here with me at this time of night, waiting for me so that she can go to bed. But she'll relax right now. She'll lay down in a second. But let's get started. Let's get into this. This isn't everything I've worked on in the last 3 years. This is just kind of what I worked in the more recent, like, month or so. So definitely not everything that I've made progress on completely. There's a lot of projects I've finished. There's new things new crafts that I picked up that I've started since I left, and since I've been on Twitch. There are a ton of new things I've learned. So hopefully I can share them here as time goes on, and I share some of my progress and stuff with you all of what I'm working on. But let's dive into, I guess, one of the newer things that I have learned that I haven't shared before here on YouTube is that I actually learned how to knit. I have a lot of friends over on Twitch who are knitters, and they did eventually not motivate, they enabled me to learn how to knit. I've always known how to crochet, very basic crochet from my mom when I was little, but the knitting has always baffled me, and I finally found a project that I really, really wanted to learn, which I probably should have brought it with me. It's downstairs. I'll have to show it next time. But I wanted to learn how to make a sweater. and it's a really cool black sweater, and it has like lime green bats color worked in. I love this sweater. It's just a little too warm to wear because I am in Texas and it's not usually that cold, so I don't get to wear it very often. With the colder weather, with the colder weather actually coming up, I am excited to maybe pull that out in the near future. But that project was very exciting for me to want to learn to start. So the project that I do have going right now, though, is a sweater scarf. This is from Knititude. That's the name of the designer. It's called the Wrap Me Up Scarf. And basically what this is it's a sweater because it has sleeves, but it's also a scarf because it wraps around you. Normally this sweater is very delicate looking, but I wanted to make it a little gothy because that is my vibe. So I chose colors that fit the vibe that I really wanted. So I have this yarn. This yarn is the Karen Simply Soft. I am using black, and I am also using taupe. Those are the two colors that I am using for this. But this is my progress on it so far. It is finally getting some progress on it. I have been working on this one for a while. I believe I started this maybe in April. It's been a while, definitely before May. And I've kind of picked it up and put it down a lot. It is a very simple design because it is just back and forth. Normally this is done in one color yarn, but I wanted to do the striped pattern on it, so it's kind of just going back and forth. It does have a little bit of this edging detail. I'm not the most amazing knitter, so ignore that they're a little funky on the edges. I don't really mind that. This side's a lot better and well done. But it does have a little lip on it to give it sort of a hem or like border in a sense. But yeah, there's the sleeve. So essentially this would go on like a sweater again. So you would put it on like a sleeve, and then this would basically, I think I was going to do it. There's a couple of different ways you can wear this, but just to give you a quick idea, you can wear it like this and wrap it around you and then bring it through the back and then slip your other arm in, or you could do it the other way. But it's very, very elegant looking, I think, and super freaking versatile depending on the colors that you use. So it would kind of go like this, and then it'll have to wrap around again. You can see how much more I have left to do on this. I needed to wrap around my back so that I can start working on the other arm over here. But this is what I've been working on, and I love it. I love it so far. I want to get it done so that, again, I can wear it with this colder weather coming up. I think this would be really pretty to kind of wear when I'm like, I don't know, I want to say when I go outside, but I don't really leave my house. So maybe that's not the best thing, but I do get cold very easily, and I'm always wearing sweaters inside anyways. So I would love to just cozy around my house in this anyways. But yeah, this is what I have left. I'm sure I still have about maybe 20 more inches, 15 to 20 more inches, and then I can start the cuff. I'm supposed to get to 99 inches from the edge of the cuff to the other part before I start the next sleeve. So we'll see how much longer it'll take me to get there. Like I said, it's slow going because it's such a basic stitch. I'm literally just knitting and purling, back and forth, back and forth. So it's not anything crazy as far as the design go. Knititude does have another pattern where it does have, they kind of look like picots, but some of my friends over there on Twitch are doing that one, and they said it's more like a popcorn stitch in that sense. So, but it looks like little tiny like holes in it as a design. So there is a different design for this if you wanted one with a little more detail in it, but I'm happy with just the basic normal stitches. I didn't want to take away from the stripes that I have going on here. So that is my knitting project that's happening right now. I don't have more than one at the moment. Not saying I never will, but for right now, I just have the one. I would love to start some more socks coming up. I have made a pair of socks. They aren't the best because I did start them when I was having a drink with some friends, so they did come out a little bigger than it was meant to. So I've done a sweater, I've done some socks, which were for last Halloween, so they say spooky on them. I'll have to have all this next time. And I think that's all I've actually knitted. Maybe a couple beanies I've done as well as like practice and starting. But overall, I think that's it. Oh, and a headband. I did like a really small headband that I wear for lounging, basically. So that is my knitting at the time being. Keeping in the yarn group, I also have been crocheting here and there. There's a few projects I've done crochet-wise as well. Right now I am actually just starting a hexagon cardi because I have made one last year. I made one last year. I actually have it right here. The yarn, I'll have to put a link to where I've got the yarn. This orange, white, and gray one. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this yarn. I had a couple skeins gifted to me and I ordered a couple extra more so that I could do this project. And then I have black as well, but this is my first hexagon cardigan. It's so cute. It's very heavy though, and again, it's like, sorry with the dog hair, as dogs go. Again, I'm in a very warm climate, so I don't get to wear these things very often, but I do have the big puff bubble sleeves. I do have to take this apart though. I think the back needs more. I need to make just a black panel in the back to make the neck a little wider because it's, as you can see, it just kind of meets and it doesn't lay right and it feels a little tight. So I did add some pockets to it as well. I love this thing so much. It's very cute. I might, on this new one, I might actually make the sleeves a little longer too so they're not so short because they do kind of rise up as I raise my arm and everything. They kind of raise up, so I would love to make this a bit longer. But I love it so much, so I wanted to make another one going with a more well, not a more, but I guess it's another Halloween theme because that's just me at this point. I love everything gothy Halloween. It's Halloween all year. So the season right now is really making me happy. But this is what I have started on the newer hexagon cardigan. Let's see, it would be this way, right? It would be this way. Right now it's giving Children of the Corn, but I'm not mad at it. I'm actually really enjoying how it's coming out. But what I plan to do is kind of alternate these stripes here and then use black as like a border accent. And then I would love to crochet some bats and sew on some bats. So that's my idea with this new hexagon cardigan. This yarn isn't as nice as that yarn that I used because that yarn was more expensive hand-dyed yarn. This is the loops and thread from Michaels. All 4 of them are from loops and thread. This is gold, and then we have, let me see, this is clay. I have clay, which is a really pretty, like, orange red. This is my favorite color, is like these oranges, reds, pinks. They're like rusty reds, taupe, sienna. I love this color, so I'm in love with this. This is, I think it's a light taupe, soft taupe, and then of course just black. So this is my whole colorway. And then there's the yellow. But yeah, these are all from Michaels. These are the loops and thread, and the yarn is really nice, don't get me wrong. It's pretty soft and it's very affordable, so I'm really happy. There we go. I'm really happy with the colorway that I chose, and I'm excited to see how this is going to come out some more. Again, I'm going to use light black in the main part of it, and then do like black borders and pockets, and then highlight with black bats. The pockets might be black with one of the other colors of the bat in the middle, just so that that bat stands out. But this is the new crochet project I have, and I'm only following a YouTube video for the pattern, as a granny square cardigan is very, very easy to do, so there's not really any too crazy thinking about it. I need to weave in all these ends, which is gonna suck when I'm done. So I should definitely do this as I go, but I'm kind of like getting zoned in as I just crochet along, so I don't know, I might have to just do a day and just weave as many as I can in at one time. But yes, this is my crochet cardigan that I have also started just the other day, actually. That was a very recent start. Some other things that I have been working on is diamond painting. Probably one of the few things that I've kept from YouTube that I still do quite regularly. I definitely put diamond painting down every so often, and then, you know, I'll wait a while and then pick it up again. You can see some diamond paintings I have back here. This is I Choose You, and I have My Garden Needs Tending, and then I have Sweet Purple. This is the Dreamer Designs, the Corgi Nights up there that you can't really see, but I'm still doing a ton of diamond paintings. So I have two that I've currently worked on. I have another one that's still a whip as well, but I haven't touched it in a while. I'm trying to get a lot of these two done at the moment. The first one I have going on is Sweet Purple. The first one I have going on is Sweet Tooth. This one's by Micah Jelena. I'm about halfway through with this one. Let's see if I can open it up here a little bit so you can see. But I do have about halfway done on this one. She's not crazy big, and she is an older painting. She's definitely an older painting. So many beautiful colors, so pretty, so vibrant, so bold. But this one has been in my stash for a while, and so at the beginning of the year I was like, I want to start something out of my stash so I can start going through it and getting things done so I can buy more paintings and put more paintings in those places. I haven't finished this since the beginning of the year, and I'm still buying paintings, so I guess it really didn't matter. But I still want to get this done. So I need to work on this more. I know if I just sit and focus on it, I'll definitely get a lot of it done very quickly. I'm not a slow painter. I'm actually pretty quick. I just need to sit and focus. But this one is a round. It does have round diamonds. Let me look at my notes here. It is a round. It has 32 colors plus one glow in the dark. This is one of the few paintings that DAC Diamond Art Club has that has a glow in the dark drill, and it is you can see it's this very neon green here. So a lot of this will glow in the dark. She has a little here, a little here. There's a bit up here in her hair. There's some in her eyes. So there is quite a bit of glow in the dark drills throughout this painting. This is 22 by 30 inches, and it has 53,460 diamonds. Not crazy. This is a pretty good medium-sized painting. I love bigger paintings. I'm more of like a more is more type of person. So the more you can do on a project, the better, honestly. But yeah, so this one is a work in progress. She's beautiful. I need to get her done. I have a couple other paintings I'm like ready to start, but I promised myself I wouldn't do it until I get some of these out of the way. The other one I have going is huge. This is an extremely big painting. It's the biggest one I've ever done by far. So over on Twitch, I have a lovely friend named Captain Casa, and together for the last 2 years now, this is year number 2, we're doing a diamond paint along over there, where we have a lot of the community joining us to do a painting for the whole year. Last year was transparent, so we all did the same painting. I did finish it. It is put away at the moment, but everybody had to work on that painting in order to get things from us. From her, she was giving away buttons and stickers, and I gave away some cover binders that I made representing the painting. And so it was such a success that we decided to do it again this year, and it's been a lot bigger. So we decided to open up the themes a little more and do a space theme. So as soon as we decided on space, I was like, I know exactly what painting I want to do, because it's been on my wish list for a really long time, and I love it, and it's perfect. And that is Astronomer by Miles Pinkney. But again, this is a massive painting, so I'm going to try my best to show it as best as I can, at least what I have done, because there's still a bit here that's not done yet. Let me turn it around. I'm telling you, this thing is crazy big. Let's see the best way I can go about showing you what it looks like. You can see how freaking beautifully sparkly this is too. Look at this. I know I'm not showing the corner there because it's kind of rolled up. Hold on. There we go. This is what I have so far. Isn't that beautiful? It's freaking gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I wish I can hold this a lot better, but it's just insane. So over here, Merlin's literally about to come in right here. This is where Merlin's gonna be. So I'm super excited for Merlin to start popping into this. Look how freaking shiny this is. These diamonds are no joke. This is no joke. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. Probably one of the sparkliest paintings I've ever had. Yeah, now that I like thinking of all the ones that I've done, this is probably the most shiniest. But anyways, so I've been working on this all year. You basically, as part of the diamond paint along, there are a few rules where you have to start and finish the painting before the end of the year. And it has to be a full coverage. It has to have at least one side that's 20 inches or 55 centimeters. 55 centimeters. And it has to be at least 50% of the painting has to be a focus on something space. So astronauts, aliens, telescopes, you know, anything like that. So there's quite a few people who have joined. There's a few already who have already finished their paintings for the year, so I have to get some of the goodies out. But this is where I am. I am a little bit behind. I had to chart this out by sections and date them so that I know where I'm supposed to be. Otherwise, I would be so lost finishing this. And as it goes, when I am live streaming on Twitch, I have a very chatty personality, and my chat is also very chatty. So I normally get very distracted and don't usually get very much done at all. A lot of my progress for any craft is off a stream. But I was trying to make a goal where I could at least finish one section here for at least once a week. So this represents a week, basically. I really fell behind for a bit there, but I did catch up. I had to finish this whole row completely, and I still have about 4 more here that I need to catch up on to be caught up and up to date on where I should be on this project. But you could see there's really not much left. Sorry, my lighting's going a little weird. There's not much left. This is the end right here. So I'm very close to finishing it. But again, this won't be done until the very end of the year anyways, as I have it charted out. just that way I have it going on so we can promote it and stuff like that. We do have the theme for next year ready to go. We just haven't had an announcement for it yet, but we probably will soon, sometime in October, announcing what next year's theme will be so that people can start buying their projects from like Black Friday and everything like that. So you'll probably see me talking about that more often. So if you're someone interested in doing a diamond paint along, there is still time to join this year. Again, it is a space theme this year, and I'll make sure to put that information down below so you can check it out if you would like. But it is a Twitch event, so it is for people over on Twitch for the most part. But again, if you want to head over there, it's open. So let me just get this organized. But let me talk about what this painting is while I'm wrapping this up here, because it's gonna take me a minute. This is Astronomer by Miles Pinckney. It is a square painting. It has 62 colors and 4 ABs. It is 41.3 inches by 27.6 inches, and it has 118,301 diamonds. I'm telling you, this thing is crazy. Crazy big. Alright, I think I got it under control now. But yes, I try to work on this pretty often on stream, whether I get enough progress or not. Sometimes I do co-working streams where if you're working on something, you just come, we work for like 25 minutes, and then we can chat for about 10 or 15 minutes, and we do that for a few hours over there. That's always a fun time as well. A lot of people really enjoy that, especially since I'm usually on during the workday. So a lot of people have told me it helps them stay productive. Maybe I could do a video like that and do some sort of like co-working vibe video. That might be kind of interesting. We'll see how that goes. I'm planning to do some whip and chats as well, with a little different of a theme, but also working on crafts. So I have some plans. I'm telling you, I've been putting some thought into bringing Twitch back, or sorry, this is how long I've been over there, into bringing YouTube back up to where I had it, you know. So I'm gonna try my best to put my best efforts and foot forward over here on my channel. So I do have a few plans. And we'll see where we can get with it. So that's my diamond paintings for now. Like I said, I still have another one that's a whip, but I just haven't worked on it in a while. So as soon as I bring that one back up, then, you know, I'll show it off. This also brings me to, we'll go to tatting first. I have actually learned to tat. I'm telling you, I learned quite a few new crafts in the last few years. Tatting is new, and I don't mean like tattooing. It's actually tatting, which is a form of lace making. And there's an amazing person over there on Twitch named the Traveling Tatter who teaches a lot of people, has kits for tatting. I was very inspired and in love with their projects that they were working on, and I was like, I need to learn how to do this. You've convinced me, teach me how. And I found an amazing designer named Sparrow Spite, and they do very gothy styled like chokers, like tatted chokers and stuff with beads, and they're amazing pieces. And that's what really inspired me to learn and get started. I have one piece here. I've done a few finished necklaces, which I'll try and post some pictures in here somewhere so that you can see some of my other finishes. This one isn't done yet. I'm still in the process of working on it, but this is one that I've completed the tatting portion of. It's the thread is hand dyed by I hand dyed the thread myself. It's a very like blue gray. I was using this gray for a different project, but I was very inspired with the colors at the time. But it does have some pink beads, some white pearl like beads, and some gold beads as well. Some very light gold beads. I know the lighting's a little weird again, but this is the pattern Opulence, So this is going to get some more hanging beads in the middle, and I plan to add some extra beads here at the top in between these top beads. Something black most likely. I really want this to be like a gothy Marie Antoinette vibe. So it's going to be this very pretty delicate kind of thing, but I want to add some maybe black chains. I would also love to add, I got a whole little container here. I have some of these little black gold bow buttons. I also have one of these that I want to add on there with the black and gold design. Are we not going to focus? We're not going to focus. But you get the idea. I also have some little spikes that I think would be fun to add onto there as well. So that's kind of my idea with this. I just haven't been inspired or in the mood to do that extra beading yet, but that's kind of the direction I'm going with this, is to do that really feminine, delicate, but then into the goth, a little sharper and darker tones as well. So that's what I've been working on with tatting. I absolutely have had so much fun with tatting, so I'm super excited to do more. I've been collecting materials and threads and beads, so I can basically pick up a project if I'm inspired at any point and be able to do a fun necklace at any point. This is actually the first one I made that I actually completed, that I still have as well. Of course, this one's a lot more rough. It's not as nice and detailed as some of my newer ones, because again, this is my very first finish, but it's still really cute. Kind of gives you an idea of what it kind of can look like. But this I made into a choker. This is originally a circlet pattern. I believe it's supposed to go like this, but I decided to make it into a choker because I thought it was much cuter as a choker. But yeah, this one's a bit rough, but it's nice to have it because it does show my progress from where I came from to where I am now, and I just get better and better every single time I do a new one. This camera is not the best for focusing, I'm realizing. So I might have to figure something out as far as camera focus. My lighting's not the best either. I tried. I'll have to figure that out. We're learning back the kinks that I haven't had for so long. Normally I just use this as a face cam. I have a craft cam right here that looks down, so maybe I'll have to add in like a separate video when I record these so that you can see the more details a lot better. That's what I usually use when I do stream, is that you can see me and then you can see what I'm working on. But that is my tatting, and then that's what I've been working on recently. That's a whip that I have that I need to pick back up. And then moving into cross stitch, which is also another thing that I have not touched too much since I maybe left YouTube. I mean, I've touched it here and there, and I've really put in some progress on certain things, and I've had a few new starts and a couple finishes. But it wasn't until more recently that I really picked it up again and did a bunch of stitches, and this is kind of why I want to keep up with these videos, so I can get these cross stitch projects like back into like circulation, and you know, get some of that progress that they desperately need, that I would love for them to have. Even if it's minuscule, I would love to just at least have something to motivate me to touch these every week or every 2 weeks or so. But the last one that I just recently picked up, quite recently, is the Halloween Mickey. This is an old Etsy pattern that a friend wanted me to stitch this for them, and I know it's been 3 years. How do I know that? Because I was kitting up the floss on my very first Twitch stream, and that was 3 years ago. My stream anniversary is September 2nd. So it has been 3 years since I've started this, basically. I wanted to stitch on something. This was calling my name, so I decided to pick this one up, but this is where it's at right now. I still have it in the Q-snap. If I have another picture of where it maybe was last time, I'll try and post that somewhere. But yeah, here's where I'm at with it. Oh, I'm realizing, oh, there we go. There's our focus. Basically, what I worked on recently, I put 2,000 stitches in, just about. I should have kept track of it. I didn't. But there was about 2,000 stitches that I did. So last time I left off on this, I had a lot of this over here done. I had him done up to this point, and a little bit of this top circle, and then a little bit of this outline on the lamp here, and that was it. So the 2,000 stitches was literally filling all of this in, all of this, and a little bit of this moon right here. But yeah, this whole area is 2,000 stitches that I did in like 2 days. I was on it. I was super on it. And I had a lot of fun with it, and that's kind of what gave a bit of inspiration to like push myself to do these videos again. So yeah, but this is probably the most recent project I picked up lately. The last one I worked on was Persephone. I started the second row. I don't know if the last time you saw that project, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at a video. But I did start the second row in Persephone. That's probably the only two projects I've gotten the most progress on in this year alone. I did start to park here because there's so much confetti. It just made more sense to start parking, and I'm going to see if that kind of helps me stay more focused on it. Again, parking is not my favorite thing to do, but with all these color changes, it can be a lot. So I am parking. But that's where I am on this. Let's see where my information is. This is a 131,200 stitch project. I'm at 25,929. It's at 19.76% complete. Like I said, the last time I worked on this was last week, 2,000 stitches. Just about. So that's where I am on this. I'll try and keep more progress on my cross stitches from now on into the future. But that's where I am with cross stitch. So I think what we're gonna do to stay motivated and again to kind of like keep things going, I put all of these on a wheel. I've been catching up with Crafty Gaming Jamie's Flosstubes, and I love that she has a wheel that she kind of spins to like work on for the month from her goals. So I put all mine on a wheel as well, and we'll just spin, and every week I'll try my best to get like, I don't know, let's see, maybe I can normally do around 230, 250 stitches in one morning for like 2 hours, maybe 3. So maybe for the week, I'll try and do 500 stitches on the project that gets picked for the week. So we'll do that. So let's, before I talk about things that I have bought as far as crafts as well, let me get into the wheel spin real quick, and then we can go from there, and at least we can see what project I'm going to pull out next week. So I do have this all on my little tablet here. This specifically is for Pattern Keeper. I specifically bought this for Christmas time for Pattern Keeper because I needed Pattern Keeper. The other tablet I had was very old, and it died a lot, and it was not fun to work with, so I needed a new one. I love this little thing. I believe this is the Galaxy or something. But anyways, besides the point, that's what this is. So let's spin the wheel and see what I should work on for the next week until I next record. And I'm going to try my best to at least get 500 stitches on it. So let's see what we have. Ooh. Oh, new normal. Ooh, I love new normal. So new normal, let's see if I could show you If I could show you where it's last at. I have actually worked on this one quite a bit since the last Flosstube or time I've showed it off, because this is usually my travel cross stitch, and I've traveled a few times where I took it with me and did a lot of work on it. When I went home, when I went to TwitchCon. So yeah, so this might have a lot more progress than from when you last seen it, but this is where it's at right now. I've basically finished the whole thing here, so now it's just working down. So this is the normal size. The silks is from Silks for You, and then I'm so sorry about the coloring. I hate that my camera does that. And then I picked my own colors for the variation colors. It's a very fall-like theme, but it matches with this peach background. Originally, I found this color palette idea from a fan art of World of Warcraft. And I was like, that's freaking perfect. I love it, especially since this was the silk that I have. And I was like, it has that color as a main in it. So I picked a lot of colors that are very close to the other colors in that picture. I have them braided so they don't get all tangled up, but this is the color palette basically. It's a very warm color palette. But yeah, this is where I have gotten so far. So I will try my best to put in 500 stitches, which will be interesting because Haunted Mickey, I didn't even say what this is. This is a 25 count. This is easy grid, and I am doing 2/1 tent stitch. This is an 18 count Ada, and I hand dyed it myself because I wanted that peachy background. But this is a full cross, 2/1 full cross. So it's gonna take me a little bit longer to get that same amount of progress. I'll probably pick up over here to finish this whole circle. I know there's a bunch of little motifs in here, so maybe I'll pick the motifs. The only reason I haven't picked this up more is because I'll get stopped at the motifs, since I have to kind of chart out and pick what colors I want to go where, and that takes thought and time, and I'm never motivated to do it. So I don't know if I'll just continue with the next larger motif, which I do have the image here in my project bag. I believe underneath is a rabbit there. There's a lot going on in this corner over here. There's a lot going on. The reason I'm not starting on this side is because there's an off count, so I don't want to count off of this bubble here because it's off. So I have to start over here, and I think that's why I haven't picked it up as more often as I would like. But there's definitely a lot going on in the next bubbles under here, so we'll see where I decide to go when we get to that point. But we will work on this and try and get our 500 stitches in for new normal, and it's a long dog sampler. I should still have it, but I've had this going for quite a while, so that will be noted, and hopefully next week we'll see a ton of progress on it. So getting into the haul, keeping in the cross stitch, I did, since I have been parking, I did buy a bag of these bobbies. I've seen plenty of cross stitchers use these, but basically they safely hold your park stitches, so they're out of the way and safely tucked in. But it's like this little plastic thing, and one side has like a flip part that you flip up. You can wrap your park stitches around here, and then you can close them in so they're nice and tucked in and safe. They look like little UFOs and flying saucers. They're super cute. So I got some of those, so I don't know, maybe I'll do some more parking on some of my other projects. We'll see. And then I also did pick up a little case of snag nabbits because I am losing all of mine and I don't know where they went, and they're expensive to buy individually. So I found some on Amazon where it comes with, I think there's 15 in here. But a snag nabbit is basically a needle, and it has this like ridging up here. it's not sharp, it's just very ridged. And what you do is, say if you're struggling to, no, actually, if you have those stitches that like poke up and you're like, oh, I want to pull that through, but it's an old stitch, you would pull this through the hole, and the little grippies will grab onto the thread and pull it through the hole with it, so you'll get that nice clean finished stitch. Or if you like to play thread chicken, you can wrap the tail, that small piece of tail, around and pull it through. This is a great helper for that. So I use these all the time, and I lose them all the time because I move them around. So instead of buying them all individually, I found a little pack on Amazon. So this has 15. So I'm really happy to have this now, as far as cross stitch goes. So that's all my cross stitch updates for now. Again, I might in the future show off some more of the progress that I have probably gotten that you haven't seen since I left YouTube, and hopefully in the future. Get it, girl, get it. And then hopefully in the future I can show off more progress as I go through, and hopefully I can get more progress. That's the whole point. I want more progress on my cross stitches more than anything. Let's see what else. Speaking of tatting, and I was talking about all the threads I'm buying, I have a lot of thread that I do have, but more recently, just the other day, I had 2 coupon vouchers for $15 off of my purchase over at Michael's. I've been shopping more at Michael's than Joann's these days. But Michael's gave me some coupons, so I was like, let me go over and buy what I can because it's the last day to use them, and that's free money. So I might as well use it. So I went and I bought, what else did I buy? I bought a couple other things. I don't remember what at this point. But I bought some more tatting thread, or this would be also crochet thread. But this is what you use for tatting, is the Aunt Lydia's. So I got a really pretty blue. I can see doing this with like a matted black bead. Wouldn't that look stunning? This is kind of similar to like matted black, but wouldn't that look really pretty? So I got this really pretty blue. I got a brown because I feel like I'm always thinking of making something with a brown. So I got a basic brown. I also got this basic silver. It's silver, but it looks like a very light gray. And gray goes with literally everything. So I did get a gray. And then I decided to get some of these like color changing ones. So I got like this blue, pinky, purpley tone, green tone one. Oh, now that glare's coming in. There we go. So I got this blue one. It's a little more vibrant than it's showing. There we go, maybe. And then I also got this one, which is a little more pastel rainbow. See the difference? It's a little more pastel rainbow. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to fix this camera situation for real. There you go. But yeah, it's like pastel-y rainbow. Again, it's more vibrant than it's showing. But I got these 5. I got these 5 while I was there with that 15. Of course, it was way over $15, but it's all right. I have a lot of really cool colors though. I got this really pretty purple. It's a little darker. We just got to give it a second there to show up. It's still a little darker than that, but I got a really pretty purple. I got this really pretty like dark blue, this like navy blue. I'm telling you, I have fun colors. I have some really fun colors, so I need to do more tatting because I would love to create with these like color palettes. They're so pretty. So that's the tatting thread I recently bought. I did get a couple new books. There were a couple books that were released very recently. I have another one coming in from Grimm's Grinning Goats, which I have the book here. I have the first one. This is the first one, and this designer does all the Baphomet patterns. I love Baphomet, So when I saw this pattern, I was like, I need it. I absolutely need it. But they do a lot of these, try not to show too much of the pattern there, but they do these really cute little Baphomets. Let's see if I can find some of the designed ones. Here's a mushroom one. Look how freaking cute. Let's see. There's some really cool ones in the back. This one is just different horn details, a little different style body. There's a really cool one back here. Oh, here's this one too. So they do a lot of these, but the new book that just released has a little different creatures and stuff. So I did order it, but it won't probably get to me till next month. So I'm super excited for that to come in. But to give you an idea, I have made a Baphomet by this designer. This one I absolutely am in love with. This is my steampunk Baphomet. I added all the little gears. I've added a bunch of beading on there. I learned needle felting for this project. All the flowers are needle felted. I had so much fun making this. I have another Baphomet that's more mushroom themed. I'm stuck on making the hat because the hat is like a mushroom top hat, and I don't know how to make it to go around the horns without putting the horns attached onto it. I'll show that at a later date as well. This video is already probably super long. But I do have another Baphomet in the works right now, but this was my first one and I absolutely love it. So that's another new thing, is I did start making amigurumis. This isn't my first one, but it is one of the few that I have made. But I had a lot of fun with this. The tail probably needs a new update to it, but we'll get to it in the future. But yeah, this is from that designer. This is the same pattern from them. So I'm excited for that new book to come in. But what has been put out and has come in, well, I guess I'll go, since we're with crochet, I'll go with this one first. This is Crochet Monsters, and this has different variations of monsters where you can pick the style that you want for each part of the body and mix and match. It's a really cool book. This thing is huge too. Look how big this is. This is a big book. This is a big book. Let me see if I can find some of the designer pages. Here we go. Here's like all the different bodies that you can choose from, and there's patterns for all of them. There's a few different things that you can mix and match as well. I believe sorry if I sound super congested. I got COVID again, I think, and I've been down for the count for the last few weeks. And then as soon as I started to feel good the other day, I think I now have allergies. So that's what all this congestion is about. I'm really over it. I'm hoping I feel better soon. Let's see. They have things like this, like back scale options. So you could do the little scales and stuff. There's so much. There's so much in this book. So if you're someone who likes, here's horn details, all the different horns. So you can make your creatures very horny. So if you're someone who loves to do little projects and you want to mix and match, this is a good one. They do have the other one called Imkins, which I also have, and this one is also really cute because it's these little creatures that you can also mix and match with. Let me show you where the mixing and matching comes in, if I can find it real quickly. Here we go. So there's like tail options, so same thing. So yeah, it's these two are really good, but this is Crochet Monsters by Megan Lapp. Megan Lapp. I believe that's how you say their last name. I'm not sure though. But it's the Crafty Intentions designer. Crafty Intentions is amazing. If you love amigurumis, you need to get a Crafty Intention pattern. And the other book that I just saw that came out is Magical Cross Stitch, and this has all the witchy, gothy cross stitch patterns. Here's a few on the back here. You probably can't see that, it's so small. Let me get a bigger picture. But they have very, very witchy patterns, and there's, oh, I can't show that. That has a pattern on it. There's like this one with like a little shelf of curiosities. Focus, book, focus. Oh, you can see it over here. There's like curiosities there. Trying to show without showing. There's a little frog in a cauldron. Look how freaking cute. So yeah, this one has a lot of those little gothy patterns in it. What is this one? Wheel of the Year. It's got all the seasons on there. So I did pick this one up too because how could I not? How could I pass it up, right? How could I pass it up? So yeah, so I got 2 new books. I'm super excited to add this to my book collection, which is slowly growing. I've gotten quite a few books for cross stitch and crochet as well. You'll see them, I'm sure, in the future. But other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else here on my list that I may be missing. I guess anything else here at the end would probably be some of the books that I'm reading, because I believe I was doing books last time I was here. And I'm still reading books. They're just more spicy books more than anything else these days. Let's see, I do have my list. I have been reading recently Claimed by Lucifer by Elizabeth Briggs. I'm probably around 200 pages out of 800, so I'm still in the very beginning, but it's basically about a girl and she needs help to find her friend who went missing, so she goes to Las Vegas and then she goes up to meet like the main boss of Las Vegas, who turns out to be Lucifer himself. It is a spicy book. There are some spicy scenes that I've seen already. I'm not sure I'm in love with it yet, but I'm not mad at it enough to DNF it, which is didn't finish. So I'll keep sticking with it, but I'm kind of getting a little restless because I do have a couple books that did come out and are coming out that I am really wanting to read. The first one is the 4th book in the Beasts of the Briar series. Broken by Daylight is the 4th book that just came out on September 10th. It's by Elizabeth Helen. That one is like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it's also a reverse harem set in a fairy world. And I really, really like it a lot. It's very spicy. So I'm excited to read the 4th book now that it's finally out. I've been waiting for a little bit. I really want to read it. The other one is my all-time favorite series. The final book comes out on September 24th. It is called Goldfinch. It is from the Plated Prisoner series. You probably heard of Guild if you're a big book talk or anything like that. It's a very big one, Guild. But it's the last book in that series, comes out at the end of the month. So I'm like, I still need to finish reading I need to read the 5th one. I've been putting it off because I didn't want to read the 5th and then have to wait for the 6th, as the 6th was announced like last year. And so I decided to be good and wait patiently so I could just binge read the whole series over again all the way through to the end. So I kind of have those books going. I need to finish this book though that I'm reading because I don't want to just leave it hanging. I do want to finish something. So those are the books I'm doing right now. Some games that I've been playing a lot. I've been playing a lot more games. On stream, I normally play Baldur's Gate 3, which if you're a big D&D fan, you'll definitely like Baldur's Gate 3, especially for it being more of an adult type of game. It's definitely also got some very spicy scenes and spicy things and everything like that. And I've absolutely been loving it. I've never played D&D. Actually, that's a lie. I played once more recently. I was invited to do a D&D one shot, so it's like a one type of mission, I guess you could say. I don't know if I'm in love with D&D itself because I didn't realize how much improv you're making for your character in the moment, and I'm not sure if I was completely into that part of it. Um, but Baldur's Gate 3 has been a blast. It's a very long game, but I've only been playing it on stream as well, so it's a little slow going, but I absolutely love it. So I've been doing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. I've also, more recently, I guess I should start here. I do love more of the cozy style games, you know, Stardew Valley, what else? My time at Sandrock, I really loved as well. You know, Animal Crossing. I like games like that, or like very cozy puzzle games. So I found a puzzle game that I really liked. It's called Doors Paradox. So if you played games like The Room, Doors Paradox is another one. It's the artwork is really fun. It's unique, and they're all just little puzzles. They're pretty simple to figure out, so I didn't feel like dumb playing it, which can happen sometimes if some of the puzzles are really difficult to figure out. I feel a little dumb playing it. It's just hard enough to where I do have to think, and some of them might take me a few minutes to figure out, but once I do, it's satisfying. So if you're looking for a cute little puzzle sort of thing that's kind of like The Room, highly recommend that one. I also started playing Little Nightmares recently as we're getting into Halloween season. I did start Little Nightmares. I've never played them before. It is also another easy puzzle type of game, set in a really creepy setting. The third one is coming out in December, the third game. So I figured there's no time like the present to start playing those. I had a ton of fun playing it yesterday for the first time. So I'm looking forward to playing it next week. I usually play that one I'm going to be playing that one on Wednesdays. Baldur's Gate is usually on Thursdays. So Little Nightmares is something I highly recommend if you like puzzle games and you like something a little on the darker side. It has amazing reviews. A lot of people love it. A new game that's just been released that I have been watching for a year, especially since I love that dark romance. This is a dark romance novel type of game, and it's called Obscura. It's very dark, so I would make sure you read the trigger warnings. But they just released it in early access on Steam, and they've just released chapter 2 for 2 of the characters. I've played through all the first chapter of all 4 of them because you could find it for free or you can donate to play that part, or you could. But now that it's in early access, they have chapter 2 for some of them. So I'm excited to see more of this game because I really liked what I saw to begin with. But it is very dark, so make sure you read the triggers. But it is a dark fantasy romance novel in game form, so I'm all for that. Another romance type game that I did find is on mobile, and I found it through TikTok, and it's called Love and Deep Space. It's basically you're some sort of like, I guess, police force in a form where you're fighting off these wanderers that are like sci-fi kind of creatures, and in the meantime you're meeting these 4 guys and you can romance them, and it's very in-depth, very detailed. You can do different things with these guys to like create a relationship essentially. I'm just scratching the surface of it, but I am getting into it and I do really like it, and the music's really good too. So if you're interested in something like that, definitely check out Love and Deep Space. But that is all I have going on for books and games and haul and projects. I'd like to make a statement that I have actually learned tarot in this last year, so I have been doing a lot more tarot in my streams, and I plan to utilize it a little bit here on YouTube. So I just want to throw that out as like not as a warning, of course not a warning, but just as kind of like a, hey, this is a new thing that I'm doing that I got into and I absolutely love it. I've been more in touch with my little weirder spiritual side, and I've been absolutely in love with all that. So I will be implementing some of that in the future as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to try my best to make it so it feels at least very welcoming and very tame for anybody new maybe crossing into it. But I have been doing a lot of tarot on stream as well. I do tarot readings, and been having a blast with it. So other than that, I guess that's it for now. Like I said, there's so much that I have not shared in the last 3 years, so it's hard to like show everything right now. But hopefully as these videos go on, I can share little by little and catch everybody up over here. You can definitely, if you like live streaming and you want to talk to me like one-on-one in the moment, I am on Twitch. It is, it's a streaming platform. It used to be known for gamers, and you would basically go watch people play games, which I do. But my main thing is I do crafts. There's a big makers and crafters community. You can literally find anyone doing every sort of craft. Tatting, cross-stitch, diamond painting, knitting, crochet. I've seen leather workers. I see stained glass makers, artists. There's so many crazy people over there doing the most wildest talented things. So I've absolutely loved being over there. So if you like or are interested, all that info will be linked down below, so you can come hang out, drop follows over there. They're free, just like here on YouTube. They're just called follows, and you can come hang out with me one-on-one as I actually work on these things. So I think the cross stitch that I pull out, I will pick a day. I usually do crafts on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So I will pick a day and work on that cross stitch on stream. Whether I get progress or not is a different story, but I will work on it on one of the days, and I think I'll do that, and then I'll just finish whatever I didn't do on stream, to get to my 500 stitch count. So that's there. I'm also trying to do more tarot videos on TikTok. I gotta edit some more. I got sick. I had started it and then I got sick, so I don't have much going on over there yet. But I plan to post up some new videos this week as well. So yeah, so I hope if I don't see you again on Twitch, I hope I see you more over here. I hope you can get into these videos again with me. I think it's great to do some updates and share my progress and keep this for my future and show, you know, where I might have been at one point in my life. So I mean, these are good in general, but thank you so much for watching today. I super freaking appreciate it. And I'm going to try to do these videos once a week. Maybe this is what I'll do. I'll upload on the weekends kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see how fast I can get this video uploaded. Edited and uploaded. But again, thank you so much again for watching it, and I hope to see you all in the next one. See you soon. Bye!